Simplifying your life, removing the unnecessary. Hello, everyone. I'm Bobtheorc, and welcome to Don't Be Someone Else's Bitch. Let's make a campfire and talk about simplifying your life. Now, the biggest problem with achieving success is that we all have a limited amount of time. There's only so much of us, and if we overstretch ourselves, then we're going to fail. And this is really important to understand. And I'm not naturally good at this. In fact, I naturally suck at this because I'm the kind of guy that wants to do all the things. I want to do everything. I dream big and I have tremendous energy and I just want to do everything. But the reality is there's only 24 hours in a day. And if you spend your time doing frivolous things, then you're not going to be successful. There's only so much of you to go around. And so how we build up a discipline for focusing on what's important and understanding the limitations of our time and our energy is critical to achieving success. This is further complicated by the fact that the world is full of unlimited distractions. There is so much to do. You know, there's all kinds of things that are interesting that we might want to pursue. There's people always demanding time from us. Hey, I need a ride. Can you help me with that? Hey, let's go to the bar. Let's do all kinds of things, right? And so being able to focus on what you have to accomplish is very hard, especially with all of these time-wasting distractions surrounding you. And building up that discipline in life, that by itself is hard. That can be a life's work. And I'm very fortunate that when I was younger, I was a wrestler in high school, and I fought judo in college, and I've always been really big in martial arts, and that requires a lot of discipline and a lot of focus. So at an early age, I taught myself, right? I was taught through these activities that I liked, I was taught discipline and focus. And a lot of people don't have that. So you're going to have to, if you don't have that discipline in life, you're going to have to find a way to achieve that, whether it's through athletics or through meditation or martial arts or whatever. However you do it, that's going to be your journey. But the world is full of distractions, and we need to be prepared to deal with that. And so, whenever I'm presented with an opportunity to do something, I ask myself a simple question: does this help my goal? Or does this help my goals? I have many goals, obviously. But is this going to take me in a positive direction and assist in achieving what I want to do? And I try to simplify my goals as much as I can. I want to maintain good health or improve my health if I can. I want to improve my businesses, become more financially stable. And I want to improve my lifestyle, my home, things that are important to me. And so I try to focus on, is this thing that I want to do, or is this opportunity presented to me, is this going to be positive towards one of the goals that I want to achieve? And if it is not, then that's a good indication that you should ignore it and do something else. But if it is positive, that's not a sure thing, because you also have to consider, is this going to be an efficient use of my time? I can go and dig ditches and build up my strength, but is digging ditches a useful application of my time? Well, it depends. When I was running electricity to my server building, I decided to dig the ditch myself because it's something physical that I could do for exercise, and it was moving towards a goal for one of my businesses. And so sometimes what you want to do is you want to look at opportunities or activities that you can do that benefit multiple goals at once. See if you can get some sort of synergy going with the many things that you want to do. And so that requires certain focus and practice, and you'll get there. The other thing that's really important to understand is that relationships go both ways. Oh, my fire's going out. Let's go put another one. Hello, fire. I love these little fires. Relationships are a two-way street. And there's a certain idea of reciprocity. Is this a reciprocal relationship? Are both parties putting in effort? There are a lot of people that I associated with back in college and when I was younger who were very high maintenance people, and some of them put in a lot of effort back into me as well, but some of them didn't. And if you're finding that you're constantly giving somebody rides, or you're constantly helping them with their drama, and it's eating up a lot of your time, if they're not also helping you with your life, then maybe that's something you want to maybe back away from a little bit. On the other hand, I have a good friend of mine who's going through some hard times in life, and it takes he's needing a lot of effort to help him through the transition in his life, through the changes he's going through trying to reestablish himself. But he's also putting a lot of effort into helping me out with stuff. He's helping me out at my computer store, and he'll grill steaks for me and just do nice things, right? And makes my life easier, and I'm helping him make his life easier, and that's reciprocal, right? And so I don't mind helping him out, even though it takes a lot of effort, because he's putting a lot of effort into me as well. And this is even more true when it comes to romantic relationships. You don't want to be in a romantic entanglement where you're putting in all the effort and not really getting anything in return. There are so many situations where you're going to be dumping all your money in, and it's not just a guy thing, girls go through this too, where you're putting in all the money, you're putting in all the effort, and the other person's just being a bum. And that, that's a warning sign that maybe something's not quite right. Ugh, I have a dog here on me. My dog was snuggling me earlier. He's very fluffy, and he gets hair everywhere. So you want to look for these reciprocal situations and address the problems in your life. And this video is mostly about identifying things that are problematic and eliminating them so that you can free up time to pursue success. Because if you don't have free time, you can have all the money in the world, and if you have no free time, you're not going to achieve anything. You need the time. So how do we do this? Well, the key is, and people who know me will hear me say this all the time, take things one step at a time. The best example I have is when my mom died. I lost my grandmother and my mom both very close to each other in time, and we had a bunch of stuff in family storage lockers, and it all ended up at my place. And there were a tremendous pile of boxes to go through. Just so much stuff. And it was too much for me just to power through all at once, and it would have been very stressful and demanding. And so instead, I decided, okay, look, they're in my shed, they're in my storage area, and I'm just going to go through them a little bit at a time in my free time. I'm not going to overly burden myself with them, but I'm going to slowly over time sort through and see what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. And that was at a pace that I could handle. As I've been dealing with friends and relationships and things like that, you don't want to just shit on people who've been your friend for a while, even if they're being kind of a bum. But, you might want to gradually back away from committing to somebody that's eating up all your time and not really putting in any benefit in return. But if you do it step by step, first off, it's less stressful, it's easier. And it also doesn't make you be like an asshole when you're just cutting everybody loose. You can tell them, hey, look, man, I'm really busy right now. I'm trying to achieve something, and I don't have time for all this stuff, all this bullshit. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on what I have to do. And that gives them an opportunity to either chill out on their drama or reciprocate more, help you without you just cutting them loose. But, sometimes you do have to just stop. I had a friend of mine a couple years back who gave me some good advice. I was going through a rough time. I'd lost a close friend, and I was very depressed about it, very sad about it. And she said, hey, look, just don't start anything new for a while and just figure yourself out. And that was good advice, right? So sometimes you got to step back and take a break and just take a big look at things. So, one step at a time, slowly remove the burdens and these excess responsibilities and evaluate whether or not something is useful. And you can generally start with the most annoying things first, or the easiest problems to solve. And just do a little bit at a time, and over time your life will get easier, and you'll start to free up time to commit to a project. So, that's my advice for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and share, subscribe to my channel. Add a comment below if you want to add to the conversation. And don't be assholes to each other, because you never know what the other person's going through. Maybe they're trying to achieve something and you're just giving them some drama too. So, have some perspective. Thank you very much. Good night.